Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, the world's most channel of the world, and TikTok. I use it a lot. It's my unhealthy source of happiness, my dopamine plug, and it can help you time travel. Because you open the app and next thing you know, it's 5 hours later, you didn't accomplish anything, and now your neck hurts from looking down too much. And the one thing I really love in TikTok culture are edits. Whether it be for TV or music or sports, everyone loves a good edit. And now that Trump has taken away just to heroically give back the app, I'm not taking it for granted anymore. Those 10 minutes without TikTok really put things into perspective for me. I don't want to just watch edits anymore. A little closer. I want to make them. So here's the plan. Over the next couple days, I'm gonna be making four edits for TikTok. Then I'll be posting them on a brand spanking new account. I'm gonna log out of the account, wait for a week, then log back in and just marvel at the millions of likes that I've accrued. So here's our edits. Edit number 1 is gonna be a Denver Nuggets edit. If you know me personally, then you know how much I unhealthily talk about, watch, and wear merch of this team. So I feel it my duty as a fan to make a fire edit for them. I'm also secretly hoping that the marketing team will see me and offer me a job. Edit number 2 is just gonna be a general NBA edit. Now, these are the majority of edits I get on my For You page, and I know the Nuggets are an NBA team, so I already have an NBA edit, but doing it this way, I already have my team covered. I don't have to worry about including them, and now I have the rest of the league I can play around with. Edit number 3 is gonna be a pop culture edit. This can pretty much be anything. We have a lot to work with here, but I think my mind is leaning more towards like internet pop culture and like internet memes and stuff, so I don't know. We'll see what we come up with there, but yeah. Pop culture edit. And edit number 4 is gonna be a movie or TV show edit. Specifically one that has like a cult following or that is really hot right now so that I can just squeeze as much exposure and fan interaction out of it as I can. So those are our 4 edits. And now it's time for us to go back to the lab, which is right behind me, so we can brainstorm and figure out what we're actually gonna do. So I guess you guys can stay here. Ta-da! Come on, I was gonna take you guys with me. I wasn't gonna leave you guys back there. That's rude. But yeah, this is what my room looks like. You guys are usually facing this way. Now you guys are facing this way. So, perspective. So we're gonna start off with edit number 1, the Denver Nuggets edit. And these were just a couple ideas I was able to come up with, but I think I like this one the most. I feel like with sports edits, you only see them of like one player. You never see one of like the starting 5 of like the team, you know? So I feel like that would be cool. But I think the kind of layout that I want this to be, right, is it starts with a highlight and then each highlight transitions to the next player. So highlights, connect players, then start their intros. And okay, I had my general idea for what the edit was gonna be, but now I had to figure out arguably the most important part of it. The song choice, because that'll just kind of inspire everything else. So I looked around TikTok and YouTube for edits just to kind of drum up some inspo, because I wanted something that was really hype and had a lot of energy and blended really well with like stadium cheers and really loud crowd pops. Okay, so we have a good list of songs here. We're just gonna choose the one that gives me the best vibe. Okay, I like the vibe of this one. I think it's maybe a little bit calmer than what I want, but this one's okay. For what I need, I'll give it like a 6. This one I'll give like a 5.5. To be clear, I'm not rating these songs on how good they are, just on for what I need and what I want. Yeah, I think it's like a 5.5. Like the energy like is there, but like it's just missing a thump to it, you know, that I want. This one does have a connection to the Nuggets because they use this song as their player intros, but it's not doing what it needs to do, you know? So I'll give this one a 5. All right, I like this one. It's like this one still has like hype, but it also has like a punchiness to it that I like. Also, Kendrick is very hot right now, so that's just gonna add points to it. So I ended up choosing TV Off by Kendrick Lamar for my edit. And now that I spent the better part of an hour figuring out the premise and song choice, I now had to find the extra energy to go into Premiere and actually do it. Okay, so now we're in our project and we have to make the edit now. I'm trying not to get overwhelmed because I don't really know where to start. So far, the way I'm thinking is, right? We have this, beat drop on the make, and then reaction shot, freeze frame. This is his intro, right? We can like cut him out and then add like the name, and then we can go to his highlights. I think before we get into the video effects, I just want to line out all the highlights first so that we have everything and have a good idea of what it's going to look like. So let's do that. And so that's what I did. And this is a very underappreciated aspect of making edits that I absolutely hated. Finding clips is so annoying because the sheer volume of stuff I had to sift through was overwhelming. And since these clips would be shown for like a second maybe, I had to find a ton of them to fill up a 1.5-minute edit. And since my dumbass decided to make an edit of 5 people instead of 1, I had to somehow fit 5 careers into that 1.5-minute edit while making sure it's not jarring and it's still easy to follow. Oh, and I also have 3 more edits that need to be done and posted in a couple days. So, you know, I never considered myself a masochist, but the self-inflicted struggles I keep putting myself through for these stupid little videos, maybe I am. Okay, I think I have a finished edit here. I don't love it. I'm not absolutely married to it, but I don't have time to perfect it, so we're gonna have to move on to the next, because it's already like Friday night and I wanna have all these done by like Sunday, so I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit. But as you can see, I have a good amount of sound effects here, nothing crazy. Same for the visual effects. And also just a quick little word to the NBA. Your clips are very low quality. These are 1080p videos, but the quality is looking more like 720. At least give me 1080. Look at the compression. These are official clips ripped straight off of YouTube. It doesn't look clean. It's a bad look, NBA. It's a bad look. I don't know, that's all I have to say. Consider edit number 1 done. 1 down, 3 to go, baby. And next was my general NBA edit. Now I had a ton of ideas for this, and ideally if I had more time, I'd pick more than one, but I didn't, so I couldn't. Which gave me a pretty interesting dilemma, because I couldn't figure out if I should prioritize originality or familiarity. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to go viral here, baby, so I can't just make whatever the hell I want like I normally would do. I need something that's gonna give me results. So do I make something completely original that hasn't been done before and just hope that it garners enough interest to go viral? Or do I make something that's tried and true and it's already gone viral tons of times and just kind of hope I'm the next one in line? I don't know. It's a tough one. Well, I do know because it's later and I've already done it, but you don't know. So I should probably tell you, I guess. Okay, so after a lot of thought, I feel like I had a lot of ideas. I feel like a LeBron edit just has a little bit more of chance of going viral. This is a risky move, all right, because there are already a plethora of LeBron edits. So I am taking a little bit of a bet here, but I was scrolling on TikTok and this video fell into my lap.
I hope I get LeBron. Ew. LeBron! That's all I need.
Like when that came on my For You page, I was expecting an edit to come, but this is the original video. So I feel like this is God telling me, Ramdy, just make a LeBron edit and move on. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't know what song I'm gonna do. I know that LeBron's theme song is basically like that T Grizzly song.
Boom, 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 boom. Hit the Rolling Stone with the rollie on. Jag portfolio.
But I don't know if I want to do that or like take it in a little bit of a different direction, because I want this edit to be like a little original, you know? I don't want it to be like a typical LeBron edit, but maybe that's what it should be. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna play around with songs and see what I think would work the best. Spoiler alert, I went with the T Grizzly song. So I just kind of fully leaned into making the most basic ass LeBron edit you've ever seen. And coming into this video, I kind of just assumed that I'd be making the most original edits, super cool premises, tons of video and audio effects, just really high level quality stuff. But then I realized that takes time that I don't have. And you would think that me, being an editor for work, would recognize that time is a very important aspect of the editing process and on how good your edit can be. You would think. But I don't know, I guess I just figured future me would kind of suck it up and figure it out. Future me, I did not suck it up nor figure it out. From here on out, it really started to feel like a race against the clock, so I was just trying to do my best to put together an edit that was good enough. But that was pretty much my bar of standards for the rest of the edits. Just make them good enough. Okay, so I'm doing the T Grizzly song. No other song had that immediate boom that I was looking for, but this one did. So this is the intro that I have so far.
I hope I get LeBron. Ew.
I don't know, I think I just have to keep playing around with it, but we have our edit. We have the premise. Sure, it's a little bit basic, I feel. But yeah, we'll see what I come up with, and we'll have a finished edit right now. All right, yeah, I have a finished little edit here. It's a little bit more generic than I probably would have hoped, but it seems like the type of edit I would see pop up on my For You page. So it meets the standard. I think it looks good. I'm happy with it. Now it's time to move on to edit number 3, which is our pop culture edit. Okay, edit number 3, our pop culture edit. Now, I did not really know what I wanted to do for this, but then I saw Emergency Intercom's new episode, and it's literally them just like chilling in a forest. And I was like, wait a minute. There's something here. There's something here. This episode just kind of gives me the vibes of like when you're kids during the summer and you're just kind of like hanging out with your friends. This is before you parents gave you phones. So I feel like this episode gave off those vibes in a way that's very nostalgic. And if there's something that can be exploited, it's nostalgia, baby. So that's what we're gonna try to do. I tried to look for like, if there was like a specific word or phrase for just like doing nothing. And I found this one. It's an Italian phrase, dolce far niente, which means the sweetness of doing nothing, which I felt like perfectly encapsulates the vibe I'm going for with this clip. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Ideally, I would love to see if there are like some other podcast clips that give off this same vibe, but I just don't know if I have the time because it is already Sunday. I did sleep in and not start my day until like 2:30. So we're kind of running a little bit behind. So I pulled myself up by my bootstraps, popped an Adderall, and got to work. I feel like this edit came together a lot faster for me because the premise was really solid and it didn't take a lot of heavy editing, so it took a lot less effort to execute. I ended up using the song Agape by Nicholas Bertel. You probably recognize it. It's this one. Sorry, that's all I could play, or else they would take my moderately earned money. And this song, dude, let me tell you, it's a pathos cheat code. It's just so beautiful. It evokes so much emotion. It honestly did a lot of the heavy lifting for me. I'd say like 90% of that nostalgic, almost bittersweet feeling that you get from the edit is solely because of the song. So this edit felt like a breath of fresh air because it was just so much easier to do and I was able to bang it out really quickly. I don't know what this is. Okay, I think I got my edit pretty much done. Basically what I did is I just downloaded the podcast episode and then like tried to find a clip that I thought went with the vibe I'm going for, and I found this clip right here.
Ah, these trees are so beautiful.
I don't think they're real.
They're so pretty.
This is like the perfect doing nothing conversation. So I just took a clip of that, put our little graphy waffy on there, and then just like looked for movie clips that I felt kind of matched the vibe I was going for. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I had to do. This edit was kind of simple, but I feel like that's kind of the point. This edit should be simple, which really helps us because I was able to bang this thing out in like an hour. So yeah, I would say edit number 3 is done. Now it's time to move on to our 4th edit. Okay, so edit number 4. I gave it some thought. I didn't really know what I was gonna do yet. I mean, in my ideas here, there's a lot of options, but then I got this TikTok on my For You page.
A man just stand up to keep from choking. Because we choose more challenging paths to make.
Because he's a dickhead.
I feel like this would be a perfect like surprise edit, specifically for Black Suit Spider-Man. If there's one thing we all know about Black Suit Spider-Man, it's that he's a dickhead. So I think I'm just gonna go with that one. And so with the premise of my final edit mapped out, I was finally almost done with all of my edits. And it was All-Star Sunday, so I was really racing against the clock so I could finish in time to hate watch the All-Star game. After searching around for songs, I ended up using that one Don Toliver song that I hear a lot in edits, because I feel like it just perfectly matched the edit I was trying to make. It gave off like villain vibes, you know? So with my song selected again, comes the very best part, finding clips. Finding clips is not fun, dude. I give it to editors, man. That's such a boring part of this. I mean, look at my search history. It's literally just all clips. Let's see. Did you hear that sigh? That's the sigh of an editor who knows he's about to experience the most boring 2 hours of his life. As a matter of fact, quick sidetrack, watching this video back, I realized how like monotone and dead inside I sound when I'm editing. Like, it's not just me, right? You guys were kind of thinking it too. That sounds like a guy who has a life not worth living. It almost felt like I was in Severance and I was watching my depressed indie work. So sorry about that. But anyways, I kind of wish I didn't save this edit for last because it required the most effort in editing. Because this is the edit that I was expecting to go all out with, you know, crazy transitions, just going absolutely dummy in After Effects, sound design up and down the hoo-ha. But I was kind of already running on E at this point, so, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, all right? This is an honest space. I phoned this one in, but I don't think this is a bad edit by any means, all right? I actually think it's pretty good. It just wasn't as completely insane in the membrane, if you will, as I was anticipating. But it was still pretty entertaining, all right? And the most important part is I locked in and I got it done. Okay, I think I finished this edit. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not very visual effects heavy as much as I would probably like, or at least would have expected. With that being said, you know, I think this is like a perfectly fine edit. Seems like something I would see pop up on my For You page. I guess we'll just have to see what the algorithm gods have in store for me. But let's export this video and then we're pretty much all set to post all these edits and hope for the best. Welcome to my bedroom. I've never had any ladies in here before. I do hope that you're a lady or else that joke doesn't land. Okay, so I have TikTok opened on my old phone, so I figured I just might as well make my account on this and then we come back to it later. Big Boy Ram Ram is already taken. I forgot that that's already my normal TikTok username, but that's the tag I'm using on all my edits. So I'm just gonna make this one Big Boy Ram instead. All right, so we have our account. Now all that's left to do is post our edits. I think I'll just post them in order. All right, we'll do this one. Add description. This is the part I don't know what I should do. Hashtag Denver Nuggets, hashtag edit, hashtag peace and love. Denver Nuggets, please hire me. And we'll do a little hand heart so that they know I'm friendly. All right, I think this one's good to post. I don't know if there's like an ideal time to post stuff for like the algorithm, but I do not care enough to try to please the algorithm. If the algorithm wants to throw me a bone, it'll throw me a bone. Okay, moving on to edit number 2. LeBron, I love you. Hashtag LeBron, hashtag edit, hashtag make sure to floss, slay, post. Edit number 3, I'm just gonna put the sweetness of doing nothing. Hashtag core, hashtag emergency intercom, hashtag trees, hashtag I tried to start reading books, but my attention span doesn't allow for the habit to form. Post. Okay, edit number 3 done and posted. Now it's time to post our final edit, Spider-Man edit. Toby is black. Hashtag mirrors are low-key expensive. Post. Okay, we have 4, count them, 4 edits done. We've casted our net. All we have to do is wait for the fishes to come and then we eat the fishes. The fishes being satisfaction for the millions of views that I'm going to get. So, see you in a week. Okay, I posted my edits about 10 days ago, haven't checked them since. Now it's time to see if I'm gonna get rewarded for my hard work that nobody asked for. And I know these are just 4 silly little edits for a stupid YouTube video, but I'm kind of nervous, you know? I mean, it's vulnerable putting myself out there like this. I don't have a lot of experience with edits, so what if they're actually awful and I'm just proudly displaying them to the world? I can't handle that embarrassment. I mean, to me, these edits performing poorly is the TikTok equivalent to me asking a girl out and her saying ew directly in my face. And I can't handle rejection either. I'm a fragile boy. Plus, I know I'm starting to see a little success with the YouTube stuff now, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. I mean, for all I know, you guys might just suddenly decide that my videos actually suck and unsubscribe tomorrow. Then where does that leave me? Back at square one, alone. so alone. So I gotta expand my reach, you know, diversify into other avenues. I can't depend on YouTube. YouTube sucks. Just kidding, YouTube. Please push my videos. These 4 edits could be the start of an illustrious, lucrative, and legendary TikTok career. The difference between me living in one of my 20 mansions or just staying here, stuck in this room. Seriously, I am stuck here. I've been trying to figure out how to get out for years. But all right, I'm stalling a little bit. It's time for me to just suck it up, be a man, and see what we got. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. I can't believe this. I got 5 views. No likes. 5 views. 1 view, 0 likes. 0 views, 0 likes. 2 views, 0 likes. And 2 views, 0 likes. You know what? I'm not gonna be disappointed, all right? Because sure, this video was now a waste of both of our times, and the stinging pain of complete and utter failure is never fun. But if you asked me how I felt, I would say, hey, at least I tried. I put myself out there, you know, and used my creativity and technical skills to create 4 new videos. I made something that no one else in history ever has before. I introduced something to the world that people can watch and interact with. I made a permanent mark in history, no matter how small, saying, hey world, I was here and I had a purpose. I am an artist. If you asked me how I truly felt, I would say, yeah, this is a soul-crushing conclusion and all my hopes and dreams are crumbling before my very eyes. But hey, it wasn't a total loss, you know. Sure, I didn't make a viral edit like I set out to do, but I did become a TikTok editor. I mean, I made the videos and posted them, so as far as I'm concerned, that counts. But one thing you may have noticed is I haven't shown you guys the edits yet, and there's a reason for this. I mean, 1, they all have copyrighted music, so if I try to play them, I'd probably get shot. But 2, I haven't completely given up on going viral just yet. Because hey, maybe all these videos need is a little tiny engagement push to get picked up by the algorithm. That's where you guys come in. That's right, I'm gonna use you guys to get me closer to my goal, like a true billionaire. So why don't you guys head into the description and watch the edits for yourself. Maybe even like them. Maybe even comment. Maybe even share. Maybe even follow. You know, is that so crazy to ask? And then just make like 10 new accounts and repeat the process. So that's it for me. I'll consider myself a retired TikTok editor for now. Maybe I'm just one of those guys who isn't appreciated in their own time and then is seen as a genius years after they're dead. And you know, I've come to terms with that. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you legally want to be better than everybody else. It'll also get you a 5% discount at Spencer's. And stay tuned for my next video where me and Sabrina Carpenter switch bodies for the day. Can't wait to be just a little munchkin running around, you know? What does she do on an average day? All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.